Hello, Blitz fans of all ages, it's me, PlumCastle, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than I have done before, because for the first time I will be going into the store and we're going to be taking a look at and just going through what is worth it and what is not, starting with this first offer up here, the E75TS and the Panzer 58. Now the E75TS is a pretty good tank. You can see I own it. Panzer 58, I don't own it, but honestly, of the two tanks, I would definitely say, based on experience battling against both these tanks, that the E75TS is definitely going to be a nicer tank. It's just got more armor. It's just a more of a beast, if that makes sense. So overall, I would say, in terms of the price, I mean, yeah, you're getting two tier 8, so price-wise, I guess this is okay. And I would probably give this like a B. The E75TS is pretty good, but it does have a few weaknesses. And Panzer 58, there's really nothing that sticks out. But you do also get some of these 5x multipliers and stuff, which is pretty cool. Full equipment slots and that kind of thing. But overall, I'd probably give this one like a B or a B+. This one right here is a subscription, so generally speaking, these are pretty good. $6, and you get, what is this? It's a 10-day subscription. You're going to get like 975 kit coins, which is pretty cool, and it is 500 gold and 5,000 free XP, so gold and free XP wise, you're not getting like a ton, but for the kit coins and everything, I'll give this one a B just for the price. For this here, this is a exclusive offer. This is a bundle of essentially crates, as you can see. So what is this? A collect 'em all container. That's okay. One of those boxes that goes up every time. Like, you can get lucky and get a higher tier box. So yeah, I mean, you don't. I think you can get tanks out of it, but it kind of depends. This mystery box. This bad company container. Which, if we take a look, what's inside here? That's what I thought. This is a Halloween. A box, so you could theoretically get a chance at some of these, and wow, I did not realize I had all but 3 of these. Either way, that's probably the most interesting box to me. 2,000 gold, this, and some kit coins. Now, I will say, I'm going to actually give this one an A. Now, I get it, it's crates. Crates are never good, but in this specific case, the price to what you're getting, particularly in the gold and the kit coins, you're kind of getting most of your worth out, and then maybe if you get some of these crates, something good pops out, maybe you'll get some good. Overall, I'll give that like an A, maybe an A- just because they are crates. AMX M4 MLE 54. This is the tier 10 collector tank, and it's pretty good. I don't know that it's 25,000 good. I mean, that's kind of how tier 10s run, so I can't really just be like, oh, it's 25,000 gold, it's not worth it. Well, tier 10s are kind of like that, so for the tier, you're getting a pretty good tank, and as well, it seems to be that you're getting some of these French containers, which if we take a look, basically like the Bad Company containers, this is just for all the different French tanks, which is pretty cool. I do have a handful of these. Some of them are good, and some of them are not so good. You do get what is this? An order for 50 battles, and you get this, what's inside there? Wow, there's so many rabbit holes here. Mega Legendary Container. So what's this? Like a little drop chance for a tank, maybe. Either way, there's like a bunch of random stuff that Wargaming throws in these bundles. So, like, if you wanted the AMX M4 MLE, I don't really recall seeing it for much lower than this. So, on that point, it might be worth it. But for me personally, as a user, I wouldn't give that any more than like a B. SU-85I. I don't have this tank, but it's a tier 5, 2,000 gold. Monetarily speaking, that might be worth it. I just don't think tier 5s are the bee's knees anymore because I've kind of moved on from that tier. But I mean, it's interesting stuff. And camo container, I would give this one probably like a B-, maybe like a C. It's not like a standing out tank. It's just kind of, yeah, it's just tier 5. Lucky containers. Now these kind of go from different tiers. So there's like a tier 4 one, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8, I believe, if it cycles through here. So there's the 7, and the last one has to be an 8. Overall, that's what, 18, 27. Ooh, yeah, that's a little bit of cash. Now, you do get a lot of kit coins, sure. And you do get a guaranteed tank. So, I mean, a guaranteed tier 8, that's not too bad. So, I do see why the price there. Overall, though, I would say just for any random tier 8 tank, like, let's look for a bad one in here. Like, you know they exist. LT 432, meh. T 2020, meh. A TS5, meh. I mean, you can Luva's okay, I guess. Kyler, that's kind of similar to the 75 TS. Panther 8.8, I'm pretty sure that's a meh. Chieftain's a meh. There's a lot of meh tanks in here, so yeah, you're guaranteed a tank and the kit coin. So money speaking, maybe it's worth it, but for me, I would not give any of these anything higher than maybe. Let's see what's the price for this one. Yeah, not so great, not real great. And $10 for a tier 5. I'd give that probably a C. Yes, you do get kit coins, but the kit coins are probably, at least you know what you're getting when it comes to the kit coins. You don't know about the tank. Customization draw, okay. I don't know why there's a draw for something that doesn't have a tank in it, so instantly I would say, I think I might have spent like a little bit on this, but you know, this one gets a solid C. No, maybe even a C minus. This is just kind of meh and an absolute pass unless you really, really wanted this customization and didn't have it. Moving on though, we have this squad of strangers, and you know if Wargaming advertises an Annihilator on there that there's probably going to be one in there, but that does not give it a good rating right off the bat. So like we saw earlier, so this would be 100% drop chance, 100% drop chance, 100% drop chance, and 100%. So unlike before, you get like all 4 of the containers, 8,000 of these, 8,775 kit coins. It's pretty good. But again, you can get some mad tanks. So I believe that the Smasher and the Annihilator might be in the tier 7. Let's just check real quick. So I'm thinking there's the Annihilator and there's the Smasher. So technically speaking, you could get them, but it's still the drop chance whether or not you get those specific ones. And $54, I'm just not convinced is worth it. If you think about that, let's just say that the tier 5 was, again, 10, maybe 15. That takes us to 25. Plus a 20, that would take us to, what, 45? And yeah, I mean, those are pretty expensive tanks, but maybe it's worth it. I just don't think so. Now we've got the tier 3 M22 Locusts for $5. Literally the only reason one would ever buy this bundle would be for collector's sake. It is not, it's tier 3. There's nothing you can really talk about tier 3 other than that it's that bottom tier that you probably never really play. I mean, you get one of these, but I mean, mystery box, okay, technically you could get something better. $5 though, this gets, unless you're a collector, this gets like, probably like a C minus or something. It's not even all that fantastic in my opinion. Unstoppable Friends. So, interesting bundle. Again, more of these mystery containers, but I'm done going and looking into those. The Batchat Barask. I have this tank. It's an interesting tank. It is a difficult tank to play, however. It is a medium, so it does also have a clip, so you can move around pretty quick and get some damage out, but it's, it's kind of prone to getting pushed on, so you do really want to be careful with that. If you are careful, it can be a very, very good tank. But again, you have to play it well. Soma SM, not as good of a tank. I do believe it has some armor, so like it could be, I guess, kind of decent. I guess imagine a Lorraine with armor, I suppose. So maybe that's okay. But overall, for 12,000 gold, I would say I would probably give this one maybe like a B plus, A minus. I mean, it does have the Barask in there, but you do need to know how to play that. And the Soma SM isn't the best of tanks, but I mean, it's not bad either. Still pretty cool, just probably not worth the highest grade. Exclusive offer. Are all of these called exclusive offer? Let's see. This one was also exclusive offer. So these ones don't even have proper titles. This one is is this for St. Patrick's Day, I suppose. So that is an interesting charm and an interesting icon. I think that looks pretty cool. But I don't think it's $36 worth of cool because, I mean, yeah, you get kit coins. Oh, I missed it. I needed to look more closely next time. 15,000 gold. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And another one of these like boxes. Real quick, let's just take a look at what 15,000 gold is actually worth here. If we can find it, it should be right about here. 15,000 gold. Let's see. Okay, so I think I have not bought this yet, so it's like 30, but it would actually be more. Yeah, that's that's pretty good. I would say pretty good for. Where'd it go? Takes me a minute sometimes to find the bundles here. So, wow, they really make me scroll. Yeah. Overall, I mean, monetarily speaking, bundle might be worth it. I mean, 15,000 gold. $36 is still a little bit more than I'd like to spend, but maybe that charm pushes it over the edge. B, maybe. Just as a quick guess. French containers. We saw these earlier. Apparently, they're their own bundle. If it's a container, that's just a straight up container like this. Doesn't matter how little it costs unless it's like 1 gold a piece or something. They ain't worth it just because you can't guarantee that you'll get anything out of here. Like, what is that probably going to amount to? Like 10% at max. 15,000 gold if it's a crate, no matter how good the tank, it's just not worth it. Dangerous duo. The M4FL10, I have it. I've played it. It's kind of meh. Not a big fan. You never see them, and there's probably a reason for that. They're just not terribly fantastic tanks. Super Hellcat is interesting, but considering that you have the Tier 6 Hellcat, which is based on my experience playing against them, the Tier 6 Hellcat's probably better. Tier 7, you're amongst Smashers and Annihilators. Not terribly fantastic. This one gets an automatic C. I'm not a huge fan. And again, these are just my own grades, so like you may have your own grade, so it's kind of up to you to really gauge how much you want something. I'm just putting a number on there as like a generalization. M60 for $42, not worth it. I don't even have to have the tank. That is just way too much for a tank, even if it is a tier 10 in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's got the cool looking camouflage, and actually that is a pretty cool looking camouflage, but considering that you have the patent from the tech tree, which is similar, it's just not worth it. This one gets a C, just because of the price. I mean, it is technically a tier 10, so you can't get too bad of a grade, I suppose. The Astron Rex, I have no idea how to pronounce that. This is a very weird looking tank. It's a tier 8 American. From what I understand, it's actually not even like all that fun to drive, so for 12,500 gold for one tank is not so great. C minus probably, but it's a little hard for me to give like a proper grade to that just because I don't personally own the tank. But I also like never really see people playing this. Moving on though, we have the TS60 container. Now, what have I said about containers? If it is a container, don't get it, especially since this is a brand new tank. Because here's the thing. That is a lot of gold to be spending on... This is Wargaming even post the drop chances anymore. There we go. 5% drop chance for the tank. That is way too low. Because here's the thing. Just like with every other tank that is an American that comes out for 4th of July, this tank will almost certainly come out again for direct sale. So honestly, I would just recommend waiting on this. Given Wargaming's reputation, they will probably come out with it again. So it's not something that we really need to worry about just now. And why there's these containers and then there's more over here, I honestly can't tell you unless this is the camo for it. No, this is the same thing. This really doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, sure. You have, what is this? 10,000 gold. You have a chance of like 0.1. Yeah, it's just not worth it in my opinion. But moving on past this tank, we now have the Battle Pass. Now, the Battle Pass is always an interesting one. Okay, concerning the expensive Battle Pass where you get like an extra 20 levels in an avatar, never ever worth it. $24 for a Battle Pass is never ever worth it. And I'm surprised people must buy this because Wargaming still continues to sell this. Now, Battle Pass did become a little bit more expensive, as you can see. That's $8. That used to be $5. That kind of loses a little bit of value, in my opinion. Now, you do get kit coins. I mean, cool. But you also get kit coins in the past. So, overall, Battle Pass is still good. It's deserving of an A, just maybe not the A+ that it used to be at the original price. Moving on, unless for example, they used to have licenses, but now they don't. This would be the price of a Battle Pass plus a license, so maybe Wargaming's just like, you know what, just throw the license in there and just don't advertise it or something. Either way, more expensive Battle Passes. That's a little bit unfortunate. Still pretty good, though. Resources, I mean, most of this covers what we have. I'm just going to quickly glance through here. There's nothing really all that special. This changes so quickly anyway. For the most part, they're just like slightly better deals than a lot of what I've already done. Yeah, meh. I mean, I could go through here, but I think it would be a waste of time, to be honest. E75 TS on its own, 6,500 gold. It's not too bad. B. The Panzer 58, there's a reason that the price is lower. I would say meh still, maybe a B minus. Again, without knowing the tank, we already saw this one, already saw that one, and wow, Wargaming really likes to repeat their bundles. Okay, Barask on its own, and then the Soma on its own. Neither of these two are worth it, in my personal opinion. You don't get any of the equipment, you don't get any of the camouflages, and if you spend just, I mean, like if you wanted the Barask, 10,000 gold is outrageous. But if you spent just 2,500 gold more than that, you'd get both these tanks. Even if the Soma was like a total garbage tank, for the fact that it's a tier 8 and then you're only spending a little bit more and you're getting everything unlocked, just makes this one like an absolute way better deal. These ones are Ds. You just don't want these. That's the D, really bad. Bad grade, definitely this one is the better option, especially considering it's not even that much more. And as for the Soma SM for 7,500, I'm going to just say not worth it. Super Hellcat for 5,000 gold. Honestly, this thing comes out in so many free-to-play events. It's actually kind of funny. So I don't know that it's necessarily worth it, but 5,000 gold, I would definitely spend that for the Hellcat over the M4FL10 sitting at 3,500. I mean, 3,500 is kind of worth it for the M4FL10, I guess, because that's almost like a tier 6 price for a tier 7. That's kind of how bad it is. The Astron Rex with pretty much just nothing on it, 10,000. Again, comparatively, I would say maybe the more expensive bundle, if you want it to look cooler, is going to be better. I believe these are permanent tanks, but I've never covered this before, so I'm just going to do it now. T23E3, I don't really have the tank, but 4,900 gold for a tier 7, I guess that's okay. I think I've run into them. They might have some okay armor. IS-6, not the best tank out there, 7,600 gold. Probably not worth it considering if you're in a good enough clan, you can get the IS-5, which is also a pretty good tank, or a comparable tank. I shouldn't say it's a pretty good tank, it's a comparable tank. But considering you can get that for 1,500 gold, that makes this IS-6 offer like a lot less interesting unless you're collecting. Overall, just like okay. Churchill 3, 2,400 gold. I mean, it's a tier 5, that's a tier 5 price. I guess that's fine. Both these, 3 of these tanks, wow, okay. 2,100, it's kind of a meh tank, to be honest. The Matilda 4 is an okay tank. I would say 2,400 gold for that's okay. Panzer Kampfwagen, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. Mostly these tanks are just kind of like meh. That's why they're permanently in the store, I believe. At least I think they're permanently part of the store. Su-85I for, wait a minute, we literally talked about this earlier. So 2,300 gold, whereas the other one was selling for 2,000. It's selling for less. So this automatically is a better deal than that one over there, considering this one doesn't have a camo, doesn't have any unlocks. This one's just like a no-brainer that this one for now, at least while this is temporarily out for 2 more days, is definitely better. And wow, a lot of these are about to run out, I guess. Moving past that, though, I mean, camouflage is nothing to really speak. Gold, that's pretty consistent, and it actually kind of changes from player to player. Okay, I mean, we can talk about the esports section because technically it's something to buy in the store, but keep in mind you need to have a lot of these special rating coins, which I don't. I think I've got like a few thousand. It's not a ton. If you go into other, you can see 8,000. Yeah, not exactly a ton. I mean, it's a handful. It's just not a ton. So if we come back to the rating section, so a container, I mean, you can if you want. It's just a camouflage container. Oh, it is not just a camouflage container. It actually has something in here. However, given that the drop chances are all pretty low, I'd wager a bet that this is probably not terribly fantastic for spending your season coins on. Same with this one. Premium account and camouflages, you can do that if you're a cosmetic fan. So, like, you can do this. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it at that price. The Skoda, I always get it wrong. Skoda T45 for 11,000. I mean, these are free coins technically, so I guess that's worth it. What's inside here? Oh, wow. That's a lot of tanks. And what was that, a 25% drop chance? Oh, camouflage with 25% drop chance. The tanks have a 10%. Overall, I mean, it's an interesting deal. Oh, 47. I believe this got a buff, so maybe it's worth it. It is one of... It's supposed to look cool, but I think it's one of the ugliest looking tanks in the game. And it's okay, I guess. But it just looks so weird. And again, I do think it got a buff, but for that, considering that for a little bit more, you can be getting the IS-6 Fearless. I want this so bad. I can't tell you how bad I want this, but I just don't have enough of the seasoned coins. I sincerely hope Wargaming sticks this out again, because I have the Lorraine Fearless, and I want to get the T49 Fearless, but the T49 Fearless is actually still available. This one is long gone, and I can't get it anymore. I mean, I can. Like, if there's some way to get this tank, but it is 20,000 of those seasoned coins. Either way, I'm probably not going to get it, despite how badly I want it. And then, of course, the rest of the stuff's just repeats. So there you go. That is the store in its current state. Let me know down in the comments how often you would like to see me do videos like this, or if you'd like more videos like this, because not only do I like to hear back from you guys, but it also helps me to better tailor my content for what it is you're actually going to be interested in. But yeah, what is the date? It is, 1 second here. It is the 19th of July. Man, that took me a minute. July 19th. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. This is what's going on right now in the store. And so with that, hope you all enjoyed. And as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.